All right, everyone. We just were able to capture a one shot of the Heroes for Hire team, and they are very, very scary. There's going to be a couple of things that we're going to go over. There is literally another bug slash interaction that might be welcome to have happen. It may change what ISOs we use to counter this team going forward. A lot and more in this video. Let's get right to it. Is the Hero for Hire team solved? I don't know yet. I will tell you that I took a massive meta team into this baby Heroes for Hire team. They are not fully maxed out. They are nowhere near fully developed, and probably the least likely fifth that I would recommend from a perspective of actual quality to make them win more. That being said, we're going to go through a couple of things that I think are important and why this worked and how to make it work for yourself. So if you guys have been on my channel, this is the team that I was hyped about as the Heroes for Hire counter. It was what I hypothesized would be their absolute destruction from the beginning. And what it took into account was making sure that if they died, they went down for good, slowing down their damage potential so that the bleeds wouldn't overtake you, and more importantly, with a very specific rebound from Crystal to help make sure that your team didn't die. So does Crystal matter on this team? Did Yo-Yo do her job? We're going to go through the video recap here. We're going to talk about why this team worked, and then we're going to showcase what to do and probably just recap why some of my targets were chosen here. So the first things first, we're going to talk about, it's a massive punch down. Now this is a punch down into a double buff room. So realistically, not many teams are going to have the power level that I do. If you have a more powerful Kestrel, I think it'll be a big difference going forward. And I think that's probably the idea going through here is, can we actually can we beat this team without the power level that I have? And the answer probably is, there's a couple of reasons why this worked. First things first, you want your Black Bolt to be the highest health on the team. Now, because of his passive, that's probably going to happen right here. Okay, so see the highest health on the team. This means, so we're going to take a look action-wise. Luke Cage goes first, throws up the defense up and the death proof on the team, and causes some headaches to happen here relatively early on. Most important thing to recognize here is, and I want you guys to take a look at this here. All right. Is a Colleen Wing that's powerful. So there's that ability block on Black Bolt. On other characters, that would have cleared all buffs and applied ability block. Won't matter on Kestrel, won't matter as much on Surfer. So the reason why it works over here is because we get a second chance from Crystal on her passive. All right, this is very, very important. Remember, also on Crystal's turn, she's also slowing the team by with her passive as well. There are a lot of reasons why Crystal is important to this team, and the main reason is going to be seen here in a second. So Colleen Wing, if she was a bigger target here, would probably just be devastating, especially with defense down. All right, there's a Daimyo lineage. The deflect with armory blocked a lot of that damage. You'll see that we've already got Black Bolt almost into half health here. All right, and there's that assist. Could have caused headaches. And there is an offense down from Iron Fist would have been the problem here. So right now is the key point in where we're going to be focusing on from a perspective of target priority. Misty Knight is your hard target, first focus character. The reason why you want to focus her down is, if you kill her, there isn't a hard reset to the node. Even if you don't one-shot this team, a victory would be killing Misty Knight. Once one member is down, they no longer have a lot of their headaches, and more importantly, Misty Knight doesn't reset all their energy. This is very, very important to consider. This is one of the big differences here. And this is why Silver Surfer is so valuable. Remember, his ult will clear charges. So you'll see right here, we go ahead and use his ult. We clear the charges. And so she is definitely vulnerable here to be eliminated. So we're going to use Kestrel's ult here. Now, the idea is if you were able to clear the buffs and your Kestrel was bigger, mine's only, and I say only, G15 4 red 7-star, but it is something where you can do a lot more damage. You'll see right here that she is already vulnerable. She's at half health. Without her charge, she's not going to rebound. And more importantly, we have some other additional actions here. So this is where I like Crystal. Crystal is going to be able to target because of her ult being ready over here. Especially with her with Raider, you're going to start getting marks on these targets here to allow for Black Bolt Striker to take into effect. But more importantly, you're going to see how much damage this happens. Now, I do have a large crystal, but that lets Black Bolt take Misty off the board. So already it's a win from the perspective of you're starting to dismantle the team's power here. But Black Bolt's already rebounded here. And unfortunately, there it is. There's a rebound. And definitely still vulnerable here. A couple of things I would probably do differently might be, like, I would be very careful with this action right here. I wish we had some targets slowed. That's going to be more in combination with the basic over here. We cleared the death proof from Colleen because I just wanted to be able to focus her down later on. So it's definitely going to be, you're going to want to measure your Black Bolt versus that Colleen before you do that action, because if you take her to half health, she's going to rebound and just have all her abilities back up. So take a look. Now, her energy's back up. Black Bolt is back on the ropes. And the reason why we do this is because we wanted the target with slow. Just try to flip that to death proof on Black Bolt. So if you guys didn't notice why I did that, so the heal block was important here. I used Crystal Slow to put slow on Luke Cage. Because the basic on Black Bolt allows you to flip debuffs into buffs, I knew that the heal block would flip the death proof. And because of the fact that they're hard focusing Black Bolt, I think that's important for order of operations. You're going to want to do that for Black Bolt to give him a little bit extra protection, especially depending on what sticks. He might have disrupt. He might have other debuffs that you can flip. So I do think that that's probably the most important thing to do here. And I think that that's probably something that you're going to want to take into account. So the one thing I'm going to tell you is it was very interesting because we got him to half health multiple times, and Luke Cage just took a licking and kept on tanking. And so you'll see that he rebounds several times here. Now, if he had gotten his special off again, I'm sorry, his ult off again, where he applied death proof, it could have potentially changed how this interaction happens here. So we're gonna do the ult here, and you see we got death proof back on Misty Knight. So that was probably a misplay. I probably could have just done the special, but I was trying to save the special specifically for Colleen for the next action here. And so I almost lost my Black Bolt as a result. You're going to have to make a decision there based on your power levels, your health levels, and what's happening. Remember, they're punishing my lowest health character by default over here. All right. So we're going to be showcasing a bug. Now, the death proof is gone. It was cleared just by the assist here. And so using Black Bolt to kill Colleen is important. She still had charge. She had one more round of massive damage to do. If I didn't use Black Bolt there, she would have come back. All right, that's another piece of the puzzle to talk about. All right, now we're going to go into Iron Fist. And Iron Fist isn't is one of the bigger characters here, but we're going to talk about a little bit about what happened, okay? So this is something that I want to bring to your attention. This is actually a bug that we'll definitely talk about specifically here. So he currently has charged, all right? We're going to use our ult. We're going to clear the charged. All right. Now, because he had defense down, Kestrel is going to ping him down. Now, this may not happen very often. And then Black Bolt, and so in that turn, the striker attack from Silver Surfer killed him, and he rezzed even though he didn't have charge. It is because the striker, what happens in that ISO attack, I think, very rare that you'll probably see this happen, but let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys are seeing this and in there. It is something that's happening in the ISO attack phase. It checked for the previous existence of charge and allowed him the res. Kind of a big deal. We didn't really notice it because at this point it was a win. At this point the fight was over. So this is my recommendation. I don't know that you want to massively punch down all the time. I think you'll be able to kind of make a judgment call based on the power levels you have. I think specifically with defense down, that's going to be what you're looking at to do this. So let me know if this team works for you guys. Silver Surfer absolutely coming off of defense. Kestrel, I'm not sure if Kestrel is vital to this counter. I'm sure you can use other characters. I just feel like there were a couple of times with a defense down that she was providing the extra damage needed to help punch through the team here. Again, maybe overkill. You may not need Kestrel at all. If I was going to say one character that would probably come off at this point, it would probably be Kestrel. So definitely something we want to consider going forward. All right, guys. Check you soon. Remember, I do things so you don't have to. And this includes massive punch downs on day one with massive flexes to showcase the power of my tunes. Check you soon.